finisher move.
Welcome back, everybody, to the TI4 Qualifiers presented by Monster Energy. We're now live with game number 2, LGD versus CIS. I'm Gods. He's Fogged.
I'm Fogged.
How you doing?
Doing good, man.
Game 1 was pretty good. LGD, I would say convincing in some aspects. Like, they took a long time to end the game, but they were very just well organized with their approach.
I think both drafts were a bit weird, but overall, LGD's draft just was, I think, just a lot stronger than... I really just don't like these combos. I mean, a Mirana AA support heroes, they did okay, but they just weren't able to do it like nearly as much as if you compare like a Sanking and this Enchantress. They did so much more. Well,
we're going to get ourselves in the Game 2 draft. It looks like we've got the thumbs up. We're ready to go. Game 2 draft underway here. We've got LGD this time around on the Radiant side, CIS on the Dire. Invoker slips through this time around.
Yeah, we haven't been getting the chance to see him picked like at all because he's just getting banned every single game. But LGD looks like they don't want to have to deal with like a late game at all. Look at them banning out the Naga just in the first two. So we haven't really gotten the chance to see that too much from the Chinese qualifier. I think the American qualifier might have still been banning him a bit, but that hero's starting to thankfully fall off a bit. Which I mean, I personally just don't like the concept of Naga. I hate sleep. And just the split pushing with all the illusions, it's like
so the other one. We had Synderen in the lounge the other day saying, look, if Naga Siren just suddenly disappeared from the game completely, I don't think I would give two shits.
Naga, like, Razor, Viper.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm OD as well. You know what? Those are fine.
Just out of the
game. Oh, come on! I like Lich. Lich is
good. We had Fear saying he liked CIS's game 1 drop better, and I was like, what? Why? And it's like, well, probably just because LGD had Viper. That was his reason.
Lots of hate.
The Viper hate. But CIS pick up another Mirana. One of the heroes they had in game 1 as support. Support Mirana, you guys didn't seem to think it was all too strong.
I think it's okay. But we always see these Miranas also, they're maxing arrow first because, you know, you're a support. You're not going to be able to spam your Starfall. But you one of the team fights, you were like, and double Starfall, and it does absolutely nothing. Like,
I saw him like next to Enchantress with 2/3 HP. I'm like, ooh, Starstorm, he's going to die. Oh, wait, no. It's not even worth using at level 1.
Yeah, it's really
the mana cost is just a joke.
Yeah, exactly. Now we do see LGD also picking up a tree right away, so they could do a lot of different things with the tree if they want to do it aggressively, if they want to do it defensively. Of course, it works just beautifully. And now, no surprises coming out of CIS, banning out Pugna and Panda. The Pugna ban, I don't know if it's like the best. I guess they don't really want to just get cheese pushed, and we know LGD loves Pugna anyway, so not too much of a shocker. Banning the Panda too. They don't want to have to deal with it. I guess they just felt it was just a bit overwhelming from that last game. And now looking at LGD's 2 bans, of course the OD ban, no shocker there because the Invoker is probably going to end up going in the mid lane, and a Clockwork ban. I mean, Clockwork just very good setup for Mirana overall throughout the entire game.
Okay. Well, we'll see where the teams look to go with this. As far as the Chinese qualifiers as a whole are concerned, we've seen Brewmaster so freaking much. It's really been like the hero of the tournament. Like I'd say with the American qualifiers, you look at Mirana, most picked, and just kind of the flavor of that one. SCA was kind of like Invoker / Tree and Protector, and for China, it's really been the Brewmaster.
Yeah. Hey, we picked Panda.
We picked Panda.
We did pick Panda a couple times.
Once or twice, yeah.
We got banned like every game versus us. We were like, boo, I love that hero.
No, not to say, no, he wasn't getting ignored by any means. But it wasn't like a top priority like he is in some of these other, like it was like if it fit the draft. For these Chinese teams, it's like if it's still in the pool, we'll pick it. Like it's a very different approach. Like 3rd, 4th pick, there's a Brewmaster, you need a mid hero or even a safe laner, you pick Brewmaster.
Yeah, absolutely. Now CIS using some of their time trying to decide what they really want to do with their game. They can still, I mean, I don't know if they really want to reveal anything. They know that the Invoker is most likely going to go mid. But at the same time, I think we've seen LGD do the short lane Invoker a couple times.
Yeah, they've mixed it up a bit. Sometimes it's Quaswex, sometimes they Exhort, they go Kunkka.
Yes, I love this hero.
Ooh,
this is one of my favorite, honestly. I mean, I think this hero can run in multiple different roles. I don't think the offlane, but I think he can do mid and support. Okay. But I think that CIS will probably end up doing the Mirana support again, which I really hope that they don't.
Do you think Kunkka will be most likely mid with the 3 picks they have so far, or with like even a safe lane farmer?
He makes it very easy for them to set up ganks, so I mean, I wouldn't blame him if they did that. Like, X just sets up for everything. It can set up for a beautiful arrow. It can set up for Sanking if he has a low-level burrow strike just to walk up and get a decent stun and get a kill. And I mean, Boat is just an insane spell in general. It's 400 magical AOE damage at level 1 with such a ridiculously low cooldown. It's been increased. I know it's been buffed so many times. Just like. It's just insane that it gives you movement speed, it gives you damage reduction, and now the damage reduction lasts for like 10 seconds, which is just insane.
Well, we'll see how Kunkka comes into play. I mean, with all with how good his ultimate is, that's where I almost feel like you want to be running in mid so you can get the solo XP. Like, I feel if you put him in a tri lane or even like a dual lane as a safe lane farmer, he just doesn't get the same XP that he does at mid. So Lich gets picked up. Talking about experience, that's a hero where you can look to deny as much from that Kunkka or whoever as possible. So a pretty early, I mean, not so much an early Lich pick, but not a pick you'd expect to be paired up with the Treant Protector, who's a pretty early game aggressive support with a like sit back and deny creeps Lich support. The
beauty of Tree Lich also is that the recent change on Lich is that you can armor towers too.
Yeah.
So I mean, if CIS kind of haven't been drafting lineups that can push towers very well, so I mean, if LGD ends up having a good early game and they don't lose too many towers, it's pretty hard for CIS to pressure anything, because Tree, of course, healing up towers, having that defensive capability, and the Frost Armor is just so obnoxious to try to pressure through.
Alright, well, we'll see the Lifestealer once again come out for LGD. See, probably Rabbit playing that. Although, actually, Yao played it last game, so it could be another like offlane Lifestealer and get some kind of a safe lane carry. Get the, I don't know, Weaver, one of Zhao Tuji's preferred heroes. LGD seem to like going for these 3-core, 5-man, like, mid-game lineups, so with the wonderful Viper still in the pool, the wonderful Weaver still in the pool. We'll see what it's going to be, though. For now, CIS, do you think CIS want to pick up a hard carry, or are we looking at maybe a black farming Mirana?
I think a really good hero for CIS right now is Weaver. Right now, LGD has literally 0 lockdown across all these heroes. They have Cold Snap, and I mean, Open Wounds is a slow, and Blitz slow, but they have no stun whatsoever on their lineup. So I think Weaver's a pretty damn good pickup for CIS if they want to go for that. Yeah,
good against Lifestealer in general, just for kiting him around. So they've got to get through one more ban first. They do have first picks at the last picking stage before LGD get the last pick in, and we'll see what LGD have in plan. Something they've done once or twice, I mentioned it before we came in, is Anti-Mage Invoker. When you go Quasworks Invoker, it kind of sets up a nice little mana void. It's very very niche gimmicky strategy, but if you want to run that offlane Lifestealer again, they could fit in an Anti-Mage.
No shocker by LGD banning out the Weaver, because I think it was just such a good hero for CIS, and I think that's what they were going for. CIS decided to ban out the Darkseer too, so I don't know how I think that's a kind of random ban, just banning out a Darkseer for no real apparent reason. I guess just overall the hero is incredibly powerful, so I don't really blame them for that, but kind of random in my opinion.
Yeah, just ban random offlane hero. I guess you see. I mean, if LGD want an offlaner, there's still the Nyx Assassin in the pool. There's still options available for them. But now CIS.
5 seconds.
It's really low on time. They have 5 seconds total. They used all their bonus time before, and now they do go for the Morphling.
It is a support Mirana for AO once more.
I really don't like that. This is such a greedy tri lane too. I mean, Morphling, Mirana, Sanking. If LGD even want to go aggressive, I think it's possible. Even though they have but they do have a Lich, which is kind of crappy. But they can do dual lanes. They can put the Lich and the Lifestealer even off lane, because I don't know if I think Yao has been playing. I don't know if he's been playing most of the Lifestealer, but.
It's like 50-50 Yao. I think almost Zhao Tuji's played a little more maybe in general. They don't actually run that much offlane Lifesteal. Like last game was kind of like a not a one-off, but something they don't do that frequently. But last pick coming out, this to me is like a if you wanted to fight him in the late game, pick an anti-mage here. I don't know. Something about this. I've just seen LGD do a draft like this, and they get that last pick anti-mage, but.
I would like if they pick up some kind of lockdown here, but I don't know who is really even left.
I mean, Nyx or Centaur is like your 2 big offlaners if you want to run the Lifestealer as a farmer.
Yeah, and it gives you that Infest Bomb.
Yeah. But right now, LGD's Hexagon is definitely looking pretty unimpressive compared to the CIS one. All right.
Oh God, you guys are terrible.
These Hexagons, man. I don't know what happened. I actually like the CIS draft. They've got plenty of damage output. I mean, you see big Hexagons in all areas with good reason. They've got huge damage output with Sand King, Kunkka, Timbersaw. Like, these are 5 heroes who do a lot of damage and have a lot of teamfight presence.
But at the same time, it's 5 heroes also that need a lot of levels.
Yes, exactly. We don't have a category for
needing levels.
Well, for not needing levels. Like, there's reason to be picking up heroes that don't need levels at times. But they pick up the Shadow Fiend last LGD, so they did get a hard carry. It's going to be a Shadow Fiend, though, which puts probably Yao onto the Lifesteal. Yao also sometimes plays the Invoker, so they do have that option as well. And yeah, it looks like Yao will be on the Invoker this time around. Good old switcheroo. Is this going to be a Lin Shadow Fiend or a Rabbit one? Let me have a little peek. You know.
I think they're probably going to...
Shadow Fiend.
Yeah, it's Rabbit Shadow Fiend, but I'm trying to wonder how they're going to end up laning it. Are they going to decide to just do some dual lanes? Are they going to throw Yao in the off lane? Are they going to... I don't know.
I mean, Lich +1, like, Lich isn't really a good safe lane support, more like a mid/off lane support, you'd say.
I think probably Lich Shadow Fiend mid, just to like, try to put a little bit of pressure on the Kunkka, because overall, I mean, if Kunkka he can even just go at level 4, if he has that 2-level next and the 1 level in the Torrent, he can easily set up arrow potential and they can very easily kill Rabbit. And Torrent overall is a little bit overlooked. It breaks a lot of charges of that tree armor.
Okay. How many? Do you know how many it is? Is it like most of it, or?
I actually am not too sure exactly how many. I know it takes at least 3 or 4 charges off the tree armor. Kunkka Torrent. It's 11 instances. Okay, so it takes off
the entire
tree armor.
Okay,
so yeah, it's extremely powerful versus it.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll get ourselves into the game for LGD versus CIS. LGD a much more defensive lineup this time around with the Lich, with the Tree and Protector. As for CIS, their damage output much more impressive. What's going on?
My internet's.
Oh, you should
Perfect
just
world.
Yeah, just straight up reconnect, and hopefully that'll fix things as best as possible. Perfect world, sometimes a bit sketchy. No, Lich apparently TP'd straight up there to get down an early ward, so we weren't quite aware of. CIS going for a warding mission of their own. The expedition through the Radiant Jungle. They've got 4 heroes down here for now. Morphling still sitting back at base. Is this going to be a safe lane Morphling? Or are we looking at a mid Morphling?
Probably the safe lane Morphling.
Yeah.
I mean, they're getting some wards.
Can we get a check on the Morphling items, please? He's going perhaps mid with the Tengu pool? This is safe lane or... Yeah, this is either or. If you're going mid, you normally get like what? Wraith Band, 2 branches, 2 pooled Tengus maybe?
Yeah, probably something like that. But I really like LGD's what they did here. I mean, teleporting that Lich top, it's very unexpected. And they get those wards down so early. Yeah. So it's just going to be beautiful because they do have Yao in that offlane as Invoker. So you really need that Invoker to get levels. If he just gets nothing up there, it's absolutely devastating for him, but they're going to be able to Lich tonight, and he's going to get a good amount of experience up there, and he's going to be able to put a lot of pressure on that Morphling.
And they need 2 sentries to deward that pull. Unless they put it smack dab in the middle, but then you're blocking the camp with your own sentry. That one little nice sentry spot on the left is not going to get the Observer Ward on the right, as far as I can tell. So
and we do see a Lifestealer going mid as well, so pretty
interesting. Marana not even up top lane. They're leaving Black on his own. They're going to find out the Treen here. Treen also scouts them, which is good information going both teams' way, so... Lifestealer versus Kunkka. The Sand King Marana are going to be kind of instrumental for this CIS team as far as their rotations and setting up kills around the map. And right now, Treen's doing a great job. They've got no wards down bottom lane, so he's just constantly poking his head around, seeing if he can get any vision of what they're up to. And he's basically sounding the alarm towards mid lane, saying, hey, look, Lifestealer, these guys can come out any time. I saw them near this bottom river. They're not in our jungle right now. They're coming to you.
Yeah, but I like this by LGD a lot. I mean, this is just them adjusting so well. They didn't want to put the Shadow Fiend mid because they knew how easy of a kill potential it has on him. But we do see Lifestealer. He gets the Rage off and stun misses.
He's not only saw that one coming, but probably was well warned that it was on its way as well. So DD going to scout out the Miranda now, heading back towards the lane. DD just going to throw out some punches here. He's got boots first, so he does a lot of damage here. Did go living armor though, so there's no leech seed available for your Triumph.
Oh man, I think he could have actually. I think that could have just been first blood there if he opted to go.
He had
for the
arrow,
leech
didn't
seed.
he?
Yeah, he did have arrow skilled up, so I think that would have been the kill there if he did get it. So
he got the living armor, just worried about the Lifestealer mid, I guess.
You usually don't see people go for that living armor level 1 because it's pretty crappy at level 1. I mean, 4 damage instances, only 4 regen, and only blocks 20 damage for each of them. So, bit of a strange pickup there for him, but either way, it's not going to be too big a deal. And looking at this offlane right now, Morphling has 0 CS, and Invoker has a full creep wave coming onto him, and he has nearly perfect CS.
CIS are going all in with this. SK Mirana, both level dependent, both farm dependent, and they're going level 1 smoke ganks, rotating around the map. Treant almost scouting them out here from the high ground if he comes a bit closer, but this has to work. And who are they actually ganking? They want to gank the Shadow Fiend, but Treant's positioning is perfect. He scouts out anything and everything. He'll get Burrow Strike into an arrow, but this is not going to be an easy kill still. He's got boots, he's got living armor. I think he's going to survive this one. Tengo's up, living armor's there. He's now on the run, and second Tengo on through. DD should be just fine.
Yeah, Rabbit even rotates just in case to try to help out his buddy, but not even really too needed. And LGD's lanes right now are just so smart. Completely. I mean, Lifestealer
still 0 CS.
0 CS on Morphling. He's not able to get anything.
He got sentries out. He's trying to deward this.
He bought his own sentries, didn't he?
Looks that way.
Oh man.
You're against this offensive dual lane. The only way you can lane, I guess the only thing you can do is pull, but he's not going to get that. He's got to... Does he go mid now, or because this top lane's straight up lost? Where does Morph go? Where does Sand King Mirana go? This game looks like 2.5 minutes in. Like, what does CIS do?
I mean, Lifestealer overall, he completely dominates in Kunkka mid. I mean, Kunkka's able to get his own creeps, of course, with like Tidebring and everything, but Lifestealer has no risk of really dying at all in this lane, and he's able to put a lot of pressure on Kunkka. Kunkka's doing a good job right now, though. He has a good amount of CS, but
Black's got 1 CS, boys.
He got
neutral.
He killed 1 neutral, a small satyr, or was it?
He
killed the ogre, the ice ogre. Okay,
yeah,
so he gets a decent amount off that, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see DDC just rotate into the jungle and pressure.
Going bottom lane. Sanky going to tank his way through. There's your living armor. Rabbit taking a lot of damage. He gets the arrow block, though. So well played by the Treant Protector. Rabbit's still alive. They want the Treant instead. They're not going to even get him right now. They're going to chase one further. The Timber Chain is going to finish him off. First blood goes June's way. Rabbit now on the run as well. Timber Chain. It'll finish him. He gets a double kill. Kind of poorly played there by the Shadow Fiend. I think he could have gotten out of that one, but hung around a bit too long.
That CIS needed that desperately.
Yeah. Double kill. That's like, just keep reconnecting. Eventually, it sometimes works, but
I have a slideshow.
There's no real guarantees. Let me try. Last time I tried to swarm my monitor. Oh, another arrow hits bottom lane. Rabbit. This is gonna be another kill. They've got a Burrow Strike to follow, and Timber Chain, June, yep, he has it. So 3 kills in quick succession. That's Arcane Boots as well. Meanwhile, mid lane in flame gets off a nice torrent, almost saves his life with it, but the rotation from Lich gets LGD on the board with their first kill of the game.
Bottom tower is under
I mean,
attack.
although they are getting these kills bottom, which are desperately needed, Morphling,
Yeses.
I mean, Morphling, you need him to have a good start, because if Morphling falls too far behind, he's completely worthless as a hero.
Timbersaw gets fast Arcane Boots, but Timbersaw's also a hero you want to be like power leveling. He's sharing all this experience 3 ways. So while he's got Arcane Boots at 4.5 minutes, and he's still just level 5. It's not like you're looking at a level 6, level 7 Timbersaw. That would be absolutely crazy. But as things stand right now, LGD, I think even, behind a couple kills in that safe lane, even with SF not doing fantastic, is still doing really well in this early game. SF is one of the best catch-up heroes.
Yeah, exactly. So they're getting the kills, but they're not... They're good. Of course, they're great kills because kills are kills. But at the same time, Yao is he's Quas Wex.
Black is a sad panda.
Yeah, I mean he's Quas Wex on this Invoker. So if he gets too many levels, all of the heroes on CRS are going to be completely worthless. Because of course EMP is just amazing, and CIS's heroes are all very, very mana dependent.
Well, LGD, really happy with how things are going. Invoker's just like winning this off lane. Black can't even lane against him now. Invoker is this Quas Wex Invoker? I haven't really talked much about it. So Invoker is going Quas Wex, level 5, 3 points in the Wex here. Tornado as well as Cold Snap ready as well as some Phase Boots online. He can just straight up dominate Black 1v1 now because of the level advantage here.
Yeah, if Black shows, he's absolutely dead. I mean,
yeah,
like he can waveform away, but Yao can just chase him down. He has 3 levels in the Wex, and he's got his Phase Boost, so he can just run him down and even dive him to the tower because it's like, oh, look who has the port. They have no ports on the side of almost anybody except for the Mirana.
Okay, well, yeah, I think Black realized he's not even poking his head out there, and he still has not got his pull available. Meanwhile, bottom lane, June taking a bit of damage there. No kills will come from it, though, as LGD just want to try and secure as much farm as possible. They'd love to be stacking neutrals right now for the Shadow Fiend, but that's been blocked off already, and CIS going to even de-ward the lane there as well, so...
Yeah, they actually just placed that one there, so they were trying to secure Rabbit a bit, but... It just, I mean, they noticed it. They got counter-warded instantly.
This offensive trans worked out amazingly well for CIS.
Absolutely. I mean, the thing is that you're putting down a Shadow Fiend, and like you were saying, is Shadow Fiend has such great comeback mechanic. He can just go to the jungle and just raise. Even in lanes, he can just double raise, and he's going to be able to find a lot of farm based off of that.
Well, Lifestealer may find some pressure coming his way. There's a Sanking Mirana gank on the way. He's got Phase Boots, also picks up a Bracer.
He's so tanky. Here's the axe, but he has rage this entire time.
He's not raging it. Now he rages, he'd get back to a tower easily in time.
Man, I'm surprised to see him actually go for those 3 levels and open wounds instead of like prioritizing the rage. But I guess he just wants to have more kill potential rather than.
The Lich was rotating earlier, so I guess he's thinking like maybe this sets up some kills here or there. And Sanking Mirana going to come on in, rage up in 2 seconds, and yeah, that was smart from Lane. Like his rage is on cooldown and he doesn't venture at all into the lane until rage comes back up.
Black still unable to find anything. At least he's getting levels now, but. He can't get a single CS, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see Yao go for that Orchid Rush.
Oh, mid lane, they've gone in an Inflame. This is not going to be a kill to follow. Lich, not level 6 just yet. He's level 4.5, so he still has a bit of ways to go, and he picks up his Tranquils, so pretty happy camper for him. And meanwhile, Timbersaw, thinking maybe about a solo kill on the Shadow Fiend, has level 7 max Timber Chain. Shakran will set things up. He's got to hit some of these Timber Chains. Will do so with the first, but the Living Armor's there, and as well as a TP from the Invoker. So this actually opens up top lane. But they're looking for the kill here. Tornado not going to land. June's got to find a way out. The Chakram going to tear down some 3s. The EMP if this lands. There goes June's mana. The Colt's not going to proc as well. He's got TP out, and what actual stuns are there? He wants the kills. He gets 1 kill. He's going to try and get a second here with a big arrow from Ayo. Yao's being healed back up by the lead seat, and unfortunately, that means the death of June. Oh, man. That, unfortunately, the Treant Protector shows up at the perfect time, and while SF does go down, the Invoker finds himself a big kill. That was a dominating streak being ended by Yao. He gets himself suddenly most of a mech.
Yeah, that's That's actually something I should have said. Like majority of the time we see LGD, if they in their offlaners, or actually a lot of these Chinese teams, their offlaners just always go for that mech, unless you know it was a life stealer. That's kind of like one of those instances.
Like centaurs, whatever it may be. It's just like mech all the way.
Yep. Mech, good item.
Yeah, it works so well with the 5-man style of play that they want to do. Like, come 15, 20 minutes in, they want to have that mech, they want to have the early levels on a hero, and just be able to take that 5-man.
Yeah, June's having a beautiful start, though. That was a really nice man up there by him.
Yeah.
I
thought it was just going to TP, because there was nothing to cancel the TP.
Like, I guess he probably was going to, but then his teammate was probably like, I'm coming, I got an arrow coming, like, don't TP out, please.
It would have worked if not for that leech seed, which is... It was nice that the tree showed up just at the right time, but... Well, we'll see Black now. Lich is just following Black around the map, it feels like. Like, wherever Black goes, he'll just go spam that sacrifice, pull the wave back, deny as much as possible.
And Black's going for boots in a bottle, so he's not going to be doing a Midas-type rush to try to help him recover, which I think is the right idea. He definitely needs to get boots up and just... Because otherwise he's just going to get ran down.
He may even need to just come to fights with level 4 waveform and try to get some kills. We'll see a kill attempt at bottom lane. Immediate Ghost Walk coming in. There's a... they've got detection and dust for this one. Yao's actually going to go down. He's completely out of mana after that Ghost Walk. An expensive use of his mana there. Lin's going to try to turn this one around, but Inflame just happy to keep on fighting. Damage being somewhat negated by the Ghost Ship damage reduction, and, well, Inflame will get out of there A-okay.
Yeah, I mean, they're finding a good amount of kills on the map, but still looking at the overall net worth, it's still going quite in the favor of LGD, just because of how bad of a time that Black's having. But he's probably just going to resort to going to the jungle and just bottle crow and try to find himself some farm just like that, because if he stays in lanes, it's just too high of a opportunity to him get killed. And I don't know, I don't really like that Yao is actually going for that mech. I think him trying to rush for that Orchid might have actually been insanely good, because they do have Lifestealer and Infest ganks as well with it.
Yeah, watching some like the SEA players play Invoker in their qualifier and going for that Orchid rush with Quazwex was just... It really shows that the Quazwex is not a defensive teamfight Invoker. You can play super aggressive and get a ton of kills with that Orchid up really early on. Kind of like a semi-Clinks meets Nyx Assassin style of play.
I think the only reason that he is actually going for the mech, so the reason that I can say that's good, is because he already has a Lifestealer and a Shadow Fiend, so he's not really the one that has to be so much of a carry as much as like a support type hero.
Well, as things stand, Lin actually gets stunned up here. The arrow not going to come from Ayo. No, it was on cooldown. Okay. 2 seconds on cooldown. Just trying to deny that rune. The X is going to pull Lin back, and there's another Burrow Strike in 2 seconds. Lin going for an Infest, perhaps going to get Burrow Strike. Arrowed. Tornado shows up just in time. Lin going to Infest the creep, pops back out, and now he wants Demons. He'll get Demons to start things off here. A bit kind of overzealous there from CIS.
Yeah, going for the kill on Lifestealer is pretty crazy. I mean, he has Phase Boots and a Bracer, so the Bracer makes him a bit more tanky. Now he does go for the Drum Rush early. And it's just so hard to kill a lifesteal overall with those type of heroes. I mean, Rage is a very good spell versus, it's very good
this
versus
lineup,
spells.
This entire lineup, Rage is just fantastic again.
Yeah.
So we'll see SF pick up some treads here. Lifestealer gets his drums and mech up on your Invoker. So items coming all across the LGD border, though. Some of these items, like a SF with treads, not the kind of items you'd be hoping to have him on at 11 minutes into the game. So
yeah.
We'll see what the plan's going to be here. SF is still top 3 in CS. I mean, the top 3 CS all on that Radiant side, although some of the Shadow Fiends are coming from neutral kills as well.
Yeah, I mean, Tree right now is being left on his own bottom, so he's just going to be getting a good amount of levels. He's going to get his level 7 soon. He's going to have that max living armor, which is, of course, amazing all throughout the game. But in general, in the beginning of the game, CIS cannot pressure towers at all. So that's the big thing that I don't like about their lineup. And now they're engaging on Tree bottom. Timbersaw and Sand King, but are they going to be able to actually get the kill on him?
Kill by any means. He's going to use an Overgrowth as well as a Leech Seed. This will heal him back up, and here comes back up the Invoker showing up soon. And with the EMP Tornado, this is going to be a death of a Sand King. Demons, no way out of that one, and possibly June as well. He tries to Timber Chain through, but he gets hit by the Cold Snap, cancelling it. I think Tree would have been fine regardless. No, he goes down to a Whirling Death and Timber Chain. No cancel for that second one, and June is still alive. Drops down the Chakram, Lin's going to chase on through, but Invoker, one last right-click, fishes him off. Well played by the Timbersaw, all things considered in the end there, but...
Yeah, and in the meantime as well, actually in top, Inflame did a very good rotation, and he got a pickoff on the Lich and got Morphling a kill, so much needed kill for Black there. So catching him up a little bit, taking a look at the team fight recap, it's dead even. I mean, that kill top was actually really, really good for Black. He just needs a lot of kills to come back, as that top lane was disastrous for him.
Okay, well, it's going to be interesting to see. Like, you've got this Lifesteal he's doing pretty well on the LG side, but unlike last game, they don't really have that good Infest target to start off teamfights. So LGD in mid-game, they just can't really be quite as aggressive. I feel like the plan this game is more like sit back, get farm on our Shadow Fiend, have Invoker and Lifesteal just kind of protect him more than anything.
This Timbersaw is doing an amazing job in this game so far, though. He's got Arcane Boots earn and a point boost on him. He's probably going to get quite an early Bloodstone if he decides to go for that over the mech, but I think we're going to see him maybe transition into the mech after he picks up this point booster.
Yeah, I think that definitely wouldn't be too bad of an idea here. Inflame once again got one successful gank top lane, wants to help out Black once again. It seems with phase 1 bottle, he's got all the farm he needs, at least for the first 15-20 minutes of the game, so he wants to be there to help out Black should he be needed. So he'll jungle the top lane, be nearby, ready for any heroes who show up top to get some more kills for the CIS squad.
Yeah, Black being able to recover a bit here, so I'm a little bit surprised to see LGD grouping up and going for the mid tower instead of that short lane tower. But at the same time, mid tower is just amazing always, so I don't really blame them too much for that. Now it looks like they're going to back up and maybe even go for a smoke gank, and that's what they're doing.
I think it's a smart move.
Yeah, I mean, they know that the Sand King and everything like needs a lot of levels, so if they get into that jungle, they know that's where they are because they have so many wards all over the place.
They run to the Mirana, who does have a leap. They may be able to get this kill regardless. Leap out, Tornado to follow. Doesn't actually land here. The EMP's there as well, and they're chasing very deep. The Overgrowth even being expended just to get the one kill here. Now Chain Frost going to... No bounces for you. Demons gets into the Sandstorm, will escape away. And June, very low mana. One more Timber Chain coming out, but there's a Treant Protector waiting for him. Gets the Leech Seed as well. June, he needs another Timber Chain, but he's short about 10 mana and brought down by the Lich there. So LGD, nice rotation from them and a good time to smoke gank. At the same time, like I feel like they really had to work for the Mirana, and Timbersaw didn't need to die there.
Yeah, I mean, Demons.
He's got a Burrow Strike. He's going to be followed by the right click though.
That was quite a misplay there by him. But what we were saying earlier in the draft, that CIS just needs so many levels. And here comes the boat and everything. Yao is probably going to die.
He's got the Living Armor. That actually may save his life. The waveform through, not quite enough damage. Yao still stunned up. The mech will save him. That fast mech. Suddenly it's looking like a fantastic item pick up there. Now they lose the Kunkka instead to the Invoker.
This game's starting to get pretty out of hand already. They've just got such a good overall 5-man lineup, especially with the lead that they have.
Net worth.
Yeah, the net worth overall looking is just, it's getting pretty out of hand. It's about 9,000 or 8,000 in favor of LGD, and now they do get that mid tower, so it's going to open them up to be able to go into the enemy jungle, and they actually place a sentry down at the big camp inside of CIS's jungle, so they're going to be able to just...
He knows it's sentry because he's being right-clicked.
That's like the most annoying thing actually as a Sand King. You're just like, why am I getting hit? Oh my god, they have a sentry here, seriously? So he's not even able to stack at all, and he's not going to be able to effectively jungle whatsoever.
Yeah. Well, you can't even kill the one big camp. Oh, this poor Sand King. He's probably like, guys, can you guys help me out a bit here? They didn't need to deward this, I feel like, ASAP. That stack for get Sand King as Blink Dagger is going to be one of the few things which can help CIS kind of bounce back a little bit here. As far as Morthling's concerned, how do you does he need to just try and just find whatever farm he can get, or does he actually need to fight with his team more?
I honestly don't know what CIS can do right now. They have to just try to... just make space for the Morphling, but at the same time, they can't pressure towers. Their team fight isn't good at all anymore. We were saying earlier that they just need so many levels across the board on all their heroes, and the way that this game is going is just so heavily in LGD's favor, especially because now Invoker, the off-lane Invoker, has Phase, Mech, Force Staff, and he's level 11, and now they take the short lane tower as well. So they're just going to be able to completely invade CIS's jungle, and that's pretty much where the majority of their farm is going to be. CIS needs to just farm their jungle, but they can't if these towers are taken down so early.
Yeah. They've taken down 2 of these tier 1s. They want to try to take down the tier 1 bottom next. Maybe Invoker's TP down there, but actually CIS, they've got numbers, and they're actually maybe going to be looking for a kill on this Invoker. If Yao's not careful, could be in some trouble.
And we do see Tree get infested up, actually. Now he's going to port toward that mid lane.
What's his... Treant's picked up a Bracer as well, possibly a Drum Treant Protector?
Middle tower is
Normally it's one like, I don't know, casual Bracer just doesn't seem like a good use of money. He even upgraded his Magic Stick, has a Magic Wand and everything. He seems to have just wasted gold on unnecessary items, I would say.
But it's not that big of a deal, it's just your support tree, so... Yeah. And they knew right there that, they found Inflame.
Yeah, this is not going to end well for him, and Inflame tries to TP out, but the Overgrowth there waiting. Also catches that Moran, who leaps down to the low ground, but... This is not going to end well for Mirana, or will it? TP out.
Timbersaw is being chased now also in their woods, and he's going to definitely go down here. Now Rabbit, not able to pick up the kill, but Yao picks it up. An unstoppable streak for the offlane Invoker with... He's about to be level 12 on that offlane Invoker as well. And now, even though they killed Shadow Fiend 3 times in the early game, he's anyway got his BKB, and he's number 3 on the net worth.
And that's what, he's been trying to, KS some kills lately with all these raises, although he hasn't had much luck with it, but he's 0, 3, and 4. But there we go. BKB, Treads, Bottle. End of the day, he's farmed, Morphling's not, even though he got shut down much like the Morphling did in another way.
And, I mean, even the Kunkka, solo mid, he's only at 2,800 net worth. He's just got phase boots on him.
Black's done what he can. He is getting close to that 5k net worth mark, and, I mean, he's behind by all 3 of the core LGD core heroes, but that's partly because of the tower gold, but mostly because of how much he got shut down. But he's slowly on the comeback train.
I just don't even see LGD having to 5-man towers anymore. They can just have Rabbit doing his own thing somewhere else while the 4 of them just do it. And that looks like what they're gonna do right now. And we do see. Oh, we do see.
He's gonna dodge that arrow. That was.
He just walks into it.
He walked into that one. That's for sure. June now can't timber chain out. Know what the Colts have on him, and that's an easy pickoff for LGD. A bit too easy, really. Torrent comes a bit, well, not that it was too late, it was never going to work anyway against a raged Lifestealer. Now Courier coming in, going to drop off some goodies here, as 4 staffs picked up, so are the Observer Wards, and they're not done with the Tier 1, they want the Tier 2 as well. DD's in a great position to try and find an overgrowth as well on the backlines, and also just get good information. Sees that Kunkka is not defending bottom lane, and they can just go jump on the Mirana here.
Yeah, they're trying to dive him really deep, but that I don't know what the hell that Timbersaw was actually doing there. Like, you know you're not really going to want to battle there because of how far behind you are, so I feel like he should have just been staying back and just throwing chakrams, but he ran in and tried to be a little bit overzealous now that the arrow caught on DD, and he just ended up dying basically completely for free. And now, Black was trying to pressure that top lane tower, but tree armor.
This is where having tree armor on your team is fantastic. I fully agree. Tree also has an infested lifesteal him. I don't know what the deal is with these tree infest, but the last one worked just fine. He's invis and going to catch out the Mirana. Mirana can leap, but you just get chased down. Lifesteal with the open wounds and one more right click. That'll finish him off. Tree can invis up once more, and June actually has to be a bit careful. This lifestealer with an armlet is dishing out some serious deeps, and
used all of his drum charges already, so good uses of the drums already by the Lifestealer, just popping it whenever possible because they're feeling how heavy the game is in their favor.
They've got some great vision there in the enemy secret shop as well, giving them good intel. And here we go, focus down the Tier 2 tower. Fighting into this is just so tricky. I'd say pretty much impossible. You got a BKB Shadow Fiend. Black just doesn't want to come to these fights. He's farming up at the top lane, and now Invis Room popped by Rabbit. Could be looking to use this to set up some kills here. There is a Sentry Ward nearby, though, if he does venture off too close to that. There's actually a couple Sentry Wards.
They see the Sanking over all the way on the left side, though, from that Ops Ward, so he's not. He thinks he's being sneaky, but he's not at all, and he might actually get caught out entirely from this.
Sanking still no Blink Dagger as well. That's the other problem here. Arrow going to catch out Yao. He's underneath this Sentry Ward. Rabbit. Oh, no, sorry. Yao and some probably Rabbit goes in with the BKB Record, but they've already lost the Invoker. Nice start to the fight for CIS. Rabbit doing a bit of damage here. Now TP coming in from the Morphling. They want to bring Black to this fight, and Rabbit's BKB wearing off. I think that sounds the alarms to retreat for LGD. Tower gets denied. No. Okay, DD's kind of waiting around thinking maybe I can fight this, but there's a Sentry Ward for him. Oh, well played by June. He put on his actor's face and said, oh, I don't see you. I'm just going to stand right next to you and pretend I don't see you and wait for the Sand King to come and for the Burrow Strike.
Yeah. I mean, LGD just really likes catching arrows, though. Even from the last game, I think Yao actually had vision of that too, but I guess he just felt safe because he was Ghost Walk. But great plays by CIS, just having sentries play all over the place for the tree and the Ghost Walk.
Yeah, this could lead to a Tier 1 tower siege at bottom lane as well. Maybe LGD can defend this though. They're going to have respawn coming soon for the Invoker in a couple seconds. Treat and 5. At this point, if they don't want to give CIS any hit towers, they don't have to. And yeah, there we go. Instant TP coming from the Invoker as he respawns bottom. And there's no Tier 2 tower to take bottom lane, but they can always swing towards mid lane, swing towards Roshan as well, should they want to.
Yeah, just more so, just LGD they're just going to do the same thing again now. They're probably going to bunch up with at least 3 or 4 of their heroes and just go for another Tier 2 tower. The lanes as pressured out as possible. And now Rabbit actually goes for a Blink Dagger on top of his BKB.
Okay. Ooh, Overgrowth mid lane in flame, going for a TP out. Nothing to cancel this once the Overgrowth has been used, but it's a 70-second cooldown. I mean, it's obviously not a short cooldown, but by no means something which is like, oh crap, we just wasted Overgrowth.
And Yao actually, the Observer Ward on the bottom lane catches out a smoke gank that CIS was trying to do.
Not a good place to be smoking. I guess they've got sentries there, so they don't think it's warded. It's actually a slightly different ward spot being used by CIS.
It's a really nice ward, actually.
By LGD, yeah. Oh. I like it.
Casual boat to clear the creep wave middle by Inflame, but at the same time, it doesn't even matter. I mean, LGD is just going to be able to bully that tower in so hard. And Black's doing what he really should be doing, just trying to find what farm he can. He's got an ultimate around him.
The tower's almost back to full HP, though.
Yeah, that tower was at 200 health, now it's at 1,000 again. And as well as the bottom tower, it was about 500 health, and now it's at 1,000 again.
Treant going to walk into a Sentry Ward, I think realizing that got planted there, though, and he's going to venture back towards his team. Bring down the Tier 2. Arrow going to hit a creep, unfortunately. And with that, Tier 2 tower going to go down, but CIS still trying to pressure both top and bottom. Can they get this tower? It looks like Yao going to show up top, and then you can just Living Armor, heal it back up. Black's going to go full commit to this one if he wants to bring it down before the Living Armor comes into play, and it looks like he's just not willing to do that.
Bottom lane also getting pressured a bit too, though, and they might actually be able to get a tower.
It's going to be close. Here comes a 3-man rotation from LGD. They're going to show up and show up very soon. Living Armor going to also be used to keep these towers alive. It's getting low, but they can defend this. This Living Armor is going to deny every single tower from CIS. Are they even going to get a T1 tower this game?
I don't know, man. Yep, another armory up. Now it's going to get full healed all the way. Now, yep, they're going to get pressure out all the lanes. And Black's trying to put pressure. Like, he really wants to.
He saw the living armor bottom. He's like, oh, now's my chance. They use living armor bottom. I can get this tower down now. No, I can't. Invoker's there. And he's home, so give it 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes, and both bottom and top tier 1s are going to be full HP.
Yep. Completely. I mean, Sanking actually is getting relatively close to his Blink Dagger, though. He's 30 gold off of it now, and he's level 8. So if he can land a pretty decent epi, but I think it still won't do too much.
There's a mech up. There's just everyone's like Lifestealer and SF have their magic immunity. Should they be able to use that in time? So
yeah, and I'm pretty like strange to see that DD hasn't opted to pick up a gem on himself super early on this tree, and he's just deciding to be a bit greedy and go for either a Blink Dagger or a Force Staff.
I think the thing I like most about the gem on the Treant Protector is when they have Sentry Wards scouting you out.
Yeah.
Like he's walked into Sentry Wards so many times. If he had a gem, it's like, well, it's a good way to detect whether or not they actually can see you.
Yeah, now Kunkka rotating toward top. He wants to just keep trying to pressure in the lanes as best as he can. But this tower is just getting healed up more and more. It's back up to 400 health in this top lane, and now we do see the Treant port top with a Lifestealer inside of him. So, Kunkka's going to be in some deep trouble. He's backing up.
Yeah, he's got the... I guess, like, he doesn't have mana for ship and TP, but he can just insta-TP, but if it's Lifestealer and Treant finding him out, he will die very fast. They're chasing him down top lane.
They don't see him, though, but the Murano ulti's going to be running out within the next 4 seconds.
Yeah,
and,
no gem.
Oh, he backs up right then. So unfortunate there for them. But at the same time, it just looks like LGD knew that was coming, and now, Yao is running through the woods, and he spots out the smoke.
Oh, they went on the Lich, actually. They didn't see the Invoker. He saw the Lich. Lich is now living armored up, and they've got to back off. Lich buys some more Observer Wards for the team. Black finds another tower which he can poke at and prod at, and then quickly realize, oh, wait, this damage doesn't really matter.
But his replicates, he doesn't have a replica right now, but he waveforms to the high ground.
Okay. So he's picked up an ultimate orb.
He's got a Perseverance on the courier.
Okay, Lincoln's here it will be. Okay. Not bad. It's still going to be like a 26-minute Lincoln's. I think Black's done a pretty admirable job considering the circumstances early game.
Yeah, I don't know what else he could go, because if he goes for BKB, they're just going to straight up lose anyway. So I think Lincoln's is probably the best choice. It's going to come out quite late, but at least it's better than nothing. And now we do see a boat and
casual boat. Gal actually shows up. This is going to be possibly a dead Mirana. There's going to be a tornado. Cold Snap maybe not even needed. No, saves the Cold Snap, and now they can get this last outer tower on the map. Then they can start thinking about Roshan should they want to. And at that point, Rabbit's starting to get more farm as well. He's BKB Blink alone, like his damage and just impact is not that much in team fight. But you add like a Manta style, you add another damage item on that, and then suddenly he's a lot scarier.
Are they going to get this bottom tower?
I think LGD TP back defend. They're not pushing high ground now, so they may as well TP.
Yep, there it is. No towers for you.
Yeah, that's an infested Lifesteal once again, so... Still no Treant Blink Dagger, but there we go. They get the tier 2, they defend the tier 1.
And now he's got his Blink if he wants to.
I like this from CIS. They're trying to find pickoffs. They'll get the Lich, but this may be all they get. Lich will turn around, throw a Chain Frost here. DDC's still alive. He's got no TP scroll, but the Trinklewood's giving him some decent movement speed until they do get broken. Fire Strike Black wants this kill. He wants it so bad. He will find it in the end, but such a small victory.
Arrow catches the Shadow Fiend, but they don't have anything to engage on him.
Blinked out right after. That's... like,
at least it's something.
Yeah, 41k net worth to 25.6k. It's still really catch-up mode for CIS for a good long while here. And this is where they've lost all their outer towers. They're going to lose map control. There's not a whole lot they can do. And
we've got Race Car Lifestealer coming online now. Yeah. He's got his S and Y with his phase and his drums. So he's just going to be able to run all over the place on the map, just have great mobility. And yeah, I mean, even Shadow Fiend, like, he died 3 times in the other game, and now he's top of the net worth anyway. And that's the beauty of the hero.
Well, into Roshan Pit he goes, it looks like, and they're not really too worried about CIS coming and taking a team fight, even with a Blink Dagger on the Sand King. They got I don't think they've got a gem yet.
Clicking all over now. It looks like Lich is dying. They're all going greedy on LGD's side. Lich goes for his own Force Staff, Tree buys his own Blink Dagger. Everybody's just buying their own items. I think they should have probably bought the gem if they wanted to just close this game out as easy as possible, but I think their item choices are still fine. And maybe CIS is going to get this top tower while they're doing this, but no, Tree's putting it there. He's trying for it.
He wants it. Arrow going to land. He's making a kill as well. DD's 5-second arrow. He's going to go down and kill and a tier 1 tower. Black says, thank you very much. Get some right clicks down on Lin. That's what we're talking about here. That's what CIS need more of. They get their first tower of the game, get a kill on Black, and they're not giving up without a fight here in this winner bracket final.
Yeah, that's for damn sure. Now, Timbersaw does actually, he rushed for that Bloodstone. He does pick it up, and now, ooh, top lane.
That arrow hits. Black's like, sweet, got myself another kill. There's even a Sand King waiting, yeah.
Yep.
Well, Rabbit, what's he picked up on the Shadow Fiend? He's still blinking around. He's actually holding on right now. 4k gold to his name. What do you think Shadow Fiend wants to be building against this lineup?
Butterfly's okay, but at the same time, CIS has a ton of overall like damage, like boat, timber saw, and you know, sanking ulti and everything. So I'm not really too sure. I think he can go for basically anything. I wouldn't be surprised if it could be even like just a butterfly rush.
Yeah.
With just the BKB, I mean, I don't see why not. Like, no item is really gonna save him if he gets hit from all that combo. Okay. He needs to get his BKB off perfectly.
Well. Seems LGD are just happy to split farm across the map. They've got Lifesteal at top, SF near mid lane. Going to find a double damage rune here. Gets X'd up. Is going to get the double damage rune anyway. And meanwhile, bottom lane, you've got the Invoker farming away. Invoker still working on the
top lane right now. Lifesteal might get gone on.
They get the Barrow Strike knee. Arrow going to follow as well, but the Rage got used. Unfortunately, Miranda just a bit slow with the Arrow cast. They needed to use it like almost preempting the Barrow Strike.
Uh-oh, and now Potter might be chased out. There's a Blink Dagger. He's getting the right clicks and the Raise, and he's dead.
That was I like that attempt from CIS. The execution just not quite there.
That Lifesteal is so tanky too. I don't know if the tree armor even got used on him. I think it did, but either way, yeah, he's just so damn tanky on that hero.
Mid lane DDC. Sees a Kunkka there. The thing is, like these LG supports, especially just their lamp in general, doesn't really push. You have a Quaswex Invoker, Lich Treant as your two supports.
They just have to go high ground now at this point anyway, so I mean, it's not really that big of a deal. They did get the Roshan, they have the Aegis on the left here, but it looks like they're just farming. Yeah, Shadow Fiend picks up an Eagle Song, so we'll see if he opts to go for either an Ethereal Blade or a Butterfly. It's probably going to be the Butterfly, because we don't really see the Ethereal Blade Shadow Fiends in China much.
And we may just be looking at SF farming, like, not just a Butterfly, but his next big item, like a Satanic, before they even consider going high ground. Like, SF definitely scales very well with every big item he can get, so...
LGD's in no rush, really, with their lineup.
They're going to look at CIS and think, okay, they've got a Morphling who's just got his Lincoln Sphere a couple minutes ago. Like, what's he going to do to us? Possibly a shotgun, but he's actually got his Ghost Scepter up. Or, speaking of Morphling, okay, maybe underestimating how much farm he has got. Morphling suddenly, with that kill and tower at top lane, is only 2k gold away from his Ethereal Blade.
Yeah, but Yao just now, they were smoked up and he's Ghost Walked, and they actually spotted the Sand King rotating toward this bottom lane, so LGD knows that CIS is setting up for this bottom lane, and they have to be really careful. They're all hiding in the trees right now, but this could go really bad if they try to jump the Invoker.
Infested Lifestealer. The CIS aren't going for it, not yet at least. Treant's kind of wandered off though. He's actually not here ready for this one. CIS.
Epi's not ready though.
Yeah, they don't. They're 3-man stay in the trees. Tornado going to try scout things out over on the right side here. They're not going to get Inflame. Going to go for a flank of his own. He's got the Shadow Blade to initiate in. Treant's completely left the Invoker alone. There's a cleave into an X Torrent here. They're going to drop down the Chakram as well. Barrow Strike ready, and this is going to be the death of the Invoker. No, Overgrowth, nice force up, and the mech coming in, the Chain Frost on top of the Overgrowth. It bounces to the Timbersaw, who's chained his way out of there. They lose the Kunkka in the process. The chase is on for June, but he Timber chains over to the Ancient. He'll actually survive this one. Meanwhile, Black and Ayo, they're going to get a T2 tower. Black's committed to this one. He's like, no, I'm not letting you guys, not letting you living armor this one. It's close. Lifesteal's going to kill him around, and Black's committed to this one. He replicates out after getting the tower. Whew, I think it's a good trade.
Yeah, well, he's going to have F-Blade pretty soon, at least.
You lose Kunkka Mirana there. Ideally, I mean, the fight at bottom lane was probably... they wanted the Invoker. If they get the Invoker, it's fantastic. But even with the Invoker living there, that tower money is just so important for Black.
Yep. Taking a look at the teamfight recap. Pretty even overall on the net worth change, but experience lead going a bit to LGD's favor, which isn't that big.
At this point, CIS need the farm more than LGD. Like that 2k plus net worth change for CIS, mostly going the way of your Morphling, is huge, whereas for LGD, it's like, they got a couple kills. It was kind of split around a bit, but it's not going to be like a game-changing goal. Like every 2k gold equal when there's such a big difference between the two teams is much more important for CIS. And you can see on the gold graph, it's really stabilized. Like LG have not been increasing their lead in some time.
Yeah, but now we do see Lich picks up the gem, he hands it to his Treant, and now Tree's going to go walk out and probably de-ward and set up a lot of wards all over the place and try to control the game better for them.
I think that's partly why they've been unable to stop CIS getting back in. Just the lack of a gem. CIS have had vision constantly flying around.
Yeah, and now Invoker does pick up a Sheepstick as well.
There's huge item pickups coming. Sheepstick, Butterflies online as well. The item pickups are just surmounting for LGD.
Aegis is going to be reclaimed in about a minute or so, though, so they're probably just going to sit back and farm even more. And Demon's just doing what he was doing last game as the AA as well, just hiding in the trees for the most part. And now we do see an arrow actually catch on the Shadow Fiend.
Going for this, the boat, the Torrent is there. Nice full stuff coming out from the Lich. The hero of this fight, at least. And they're going to get the chase on for Inflames. Blinks himself forward, TP coming, one raise. There's a Hex from the Invoker, secures the kill. Could have thrown a Tornado or a Cold Snap, but wants to show off his brand shiny new Sheepstick. And they'll get the, they're possibly going to, are they actually going to push mid? Black's kind of counter pushing towards the top lane. There's a Treant, Invis with a Blink Dagger. He'll jump on anyone he sees, really, at this point, with the Lifesteal infest. And
Black's got his Ethereal Blade if he wants to buy it, not safe for the buyout.
Buyback from the Kunkka. He's got it. He realizes the dire situation. There's a double damage rune on Rabbit on the Shadow Fiend, and looks like they'll back off with that buyback being used. LGD not willing to take too much of a chance here. They do have complete high ground vision with the nice observer being placed by the Tree and Protector.
Our beautiful observer spotting that one out for us. And yeah, we do see Black does decide to just go for the Ethereal instead of just saving any buyout.
He tried to snipe the courier there.
Yeah.
I like that from Black. At this point, like, every little thing can add up and just help turn the game around, so...
But now he ends up being forced to port back. So there's not going to be any split push coming out on the side of them. And nice torn arrow, but...
Gets the force off afterwards. Rabbit, still going to be okay. There's... The shotgun... he was looking for the shotgun on Rabbit there. That would have almost either forced the BKB or killed him off, but... Here come the Urn Charges, Living Armor, so Rabbit will be full HP in no time, and I think seeing the shotgun up on Morphling, they may decide, let's kind of back off a bit.
Yeah, I mean, CIS is just... They're under so much pressure now. They forced Black to go back, so he wasn't split pushing the lanes, and LGD is just like, you know what, it's not worth the risk going for the high ground. Let's just get our lanes out in a great position and then go for a Roshan when it comes back up.
Yep. Still at least another minute and a bit before Roshan respawns, depending how long it's going to be. And SF back top, continuing farm, he's got 800 gold, so next item won't be too far away. And CIS, I think, realizing that, hey, look, SF just TP top. We want to try swing through their jungle, maybe try find some pickoffs where we can. And they're actually drawing towards bottom lane. If they can catch the Invoker, they can get a T1 tower. Yeah.
Right off
Wait,
the bat.
that's him drawing that line.
Yeah.
Wow. He really does know. I think that... Did they see the smoke, maybe? They've got great vision near that mid lane.
I mean, they countered the ward on that was on the high ground in the base, so maybe that was just like what it gets. Oh man, Black just gets decimated. His Ethereal Blade was still the Ethereal Blade buff was still on him, and the Requiem just completely decimated him, and now he has no buyout.
That's not good. Now they're actually going mid lane. 57 seconds with Morphling dead. They say, look, we either force a buyback or just we get some Raxes here. Morphling's the majority of their damage up. Well, Sanking Epicenter Timber, so actually I don't think that's fair to say. Morphling's like good single target damage output, but CIS still have options as far as the team fight's concerned.
That was just such a cocky play there from Black. I mean, at this point, why would you do something like that when you've just been able to hold off so much? He's just going for such a, it's just such a low reward at such high risk. You shouldn't be doing something like that.
Boat will try and stall things here. They pop the Moonlight Shadow as well, but Boat mostly dodged by the LGD side, and now this tower under siege. They've got the double forward spirits up. Even with the Quasvex build, he's gone back for enough Exort, and Rax is going to go down. There's nothing CIS can do to defend this. There's no glyph online, and unless they just throw bodies at LGD, and that's maybe not going to end too well. They get a nice Epicenter Burrow Strike off that gets a few heroes low. They kill the True Protector to start things off. Demons will end up blowing up to the Lifestealer Infest, and now Blink in from the Shadow Fiend. He wants June. One raise, he needs a second. We'll get the kill there and forces Miranda to leap out, so they try and throw bodies to defend. They end up losing two, getting a True Protector, and Rax is... did not end up finishing off that range, Rax, but...
Left it with 20 HP. Oh, and Shadow Fiend just gets out. That was super close there by Black for him.
It goes down to the siege creep, it looks like.
Did it deny it, or did the catapult get it?
The catapult was hitting the little ziggurat, so I think it was actually denied, maybe.
Stupid Cardi.
I don't know. Who knows? Either way, it's like, you only get the gold if it's you last hit anyways. It's not like a tower where it gets split between heroes, so...
Yeah, exactly.
You don't really care about that, Rax. I mean, it's 350, it's not too bad, or like 300 to 350.
Yeah, Lin picks up a Basher now too, so he's going to be super powerful, and a Hyperstone as well, so he's going to be super strong now. And we do see the gem on the ground, and yep, DD picks it back up.
Good stuff from LGD. They're really in a good position here. Win here will secure them a trip to Seattle, either as the 5th team representing China, or as a wildcard team being, well, in that case, the 6th team representing China at TI. The prize pool now up to $6.2 million. It just keeps on growing. And we still got plenty of time left before TI.
And now we do see a smoke coming out from LGD, and they go on the Replicate.
June's actually, yeah, they go on the Replicate. Meanwhile, June's actually hidden. They realize the Replicate would not have revealed their smoke, and there we go. They catch out Inflame. The Hex goes onto him. Mirana does get caught up by the Overgrowth here, and Inflame going to be the first one to go down. Mirana needs to just get the hell out of there. No TP for her, as Timbersaw does. Timbersaw, yeah, he gets out of there.
Yeah, and just... Game is just really heavily in the favor of LGD. I mean, Black's trying to do what he can. Now he's get back to doing the right thing. Split pushing the top lane and just doing his best to try to force any type of reaction. But he doesn't have a Replicate up. He's going to be forced to use his teleport scroll to go back to base very soon. And I think we're going to be seeing the game closing up quite soon.
And Shadow Fiend's actually not pushing with the team. He seems... There's 3 for his bottom, but this is not going to be a high ground siege with Shadow Fiend not there. So he'll defend this top lane, force Black back, and... We'll see LGD TP multiple back. They actually want to try kill off Black at top lane. Ghostwalk Invoker, and... They've got the Hex ready. If they can break the Lincolns and then immediately Hex him, Blink Oh, SF ulti. Uh-oh, there's a Sanking's here, though. He's ready. He's channeling the epicenter. Black's going to get hexed up. He's going to go down. Doesn't get a single spell. Sanking just goes into the BKB Shadow Fiend. Does absolutely nothing, and that's a disaster. That, to me, is like GG right there, almost.
Yeah, I think CIS... I think they should probably just... Yeah, they're just going to split push. I mean, it's their last game. If they don't want to call
there's no point GGing out, but like that's really it. Like, that was a big kind of Hail Mary-esque play, and just did not work out at all.
Yeah, I mean, LGD is just able to bully. They have so many items on everybody, and everyone's just...
They just read CIS really well. Like, they had the SF up there, and Sanking's like, sweet, we can maybe kill the SF, then get out, but Invoker was already there ready, like, almost anticipating that bait. Looks like they can't even kill a Treant mid. Treant gets ganked by a Mirana and a Kunkka and just turns this around me, almost forces Mirana away. Unfortunately, he doesn't blink to the right spot, or he could have almost got that kill with the double damage. But meanwhile, top lane's being sieged and Morphling's still dead. Mirana not ready to fight. Epicenter on cooldown, and this tier 3 tower not long for this world. Offensive Veil being used in... the torrent completely off the mark there, unfortunately. And with that, June gets his mind depleted by an EMP, and this is going to be top Rax's quickly going down here. Nothing CIS can do, especially with the Morphling dead.
Yeah, it's pretty much game at this point. LGD's feeling very, very confident in themselves.
They can fall back, take Roshan now. They're up 4 Raxes. They've got a Satanic completed on your Shadow Fiend on Rabbit, and you're 1 win away. Well, you're like 1 high ground push away from securing a top 2 spot in this qualifier, and then just 1 best of 5 away from being guaranteed a spot in TI. You play this safe. You take Roshan, you farm out the lanes, push it out, get your creep equilibrium in a good place, and then go for that last high ground push. Like, unless you find a pickoff, then maybe you forget Roshan like they've done in the past. But right now, I think you just go Roshan, push high ground, easy win.
Yeah, they're getting the Lifestealer's AC out now as well, so it's going to help them push the mid lane. It looks like Rabbit's giving a little bit of taunt with his Requiem right now.
Says why not? He's probably feeling pretty good right now about this game. They've still got... I don't know about tougher opponents, but another opponent are waiting for them should they win this. It could be a rematch against CIS, could be DT Club or Tongfu. DT Club and Tongfu playing in the loser bracket round 1, best of 3 directly after this match, and Black, well, he's got the hopes and dreams of CIS as far as this best of 3 is concerned on his shoulders, and really right now, LGD just looking to crush him. CIS going to see June get caught out here near the secret shop, hexed up, brought down, easy pickings, and they're right by the Roshan pit, and it looks like that's where they're headed next.
Overall, on top of everything, though, LGD's lanes this game were just very good. I mean, there's not really too much else to say. They basically just read CIS completely.
Putting the Sanking Mirana like offensive roaming / jungle. I mean, not really jungle, but they were in the Radiant jungle roaming around. Did not pay off.
Yeah, they ended up getting a couple kills on the Shadow Fiend, but the recovery rate of Shadow Fiend is just so enormous.
Yeah, it's a different. At the same time, you put that Sanking Mirana tri-lane top. You're against a Lich Invoker who just pull the weight back, deny tons of experience, and I think the game would go just as badly because they had the double ward to block the pull off. So I actually don't know how much better the game would have gone with the supports up top.
Yeah. No, going for that bottom lane, they're gonna just go for it. And CIS trying to at least cut the creep wave, but it doesn't really matter because creeps are inside the base anyway.
Do you think? Oh, we're gonna see one last initiation coming in. Black wants to bring on the tree. We'll do so. But T3 Tower's already dead. Rax is going to be the next target here. Rabbit gets hit by an arrow. He has Demons in the backline. Gem on the ground, but he does not want to grab that one right now. He's on the run. Brought down as well. Monster kill streak going Lin's way. And there's your blink. Requiem coming out from Rabbit. More a celebration than anything. Doesn't do too much damage with it. He's fighting Black. Forces away for back. Both going to land. Actually doing some decent damage here. CIS. Not a bad last fight, but it's not going to be enough. Black getting bashed down. He does end up going down, and that's GG. There's nothing left for CIS. They call it LGD going through to the grand finals of the Chinese TI4 qualifiers in very convincing fashion.
LGD looking very good.
Yeah. Do you think any of these other 3 teams can put up a good fight against them in the grand finals, or is this going to be potentially a somewhat one-sided grand finals?
I think it's going to be pretty one-sided. I think CIS and DT have the best shot versus LGD. I think DT, if they're at their A game, they have a pretty decent shot versus LGD.
And DT has taken games off LGD quite recently. Like they 2-0'd them in WPC. I think teams are starting to figure out DT a bit too much with the Airs Brewmaster just being run over and over again. And they're not even banning Brewmaster. A lot of teams are letting Air get Brewmaster, and then you look at DT Club's result, they actually didn't do all too well, but story right here, LGD advance, they go through, they now, after 2-0ing CIS are going to drop down to the loser bracket versus the winner of Tongfu as well as DT Club. LG joining us once again here at the desk. How are you doing?
Hi everybody. I think you guys broke the game down pretty damn well. There's not a whole lot to add. LGD, just solid lanes, well-rounded drafts, and fairly just good execution. I mean, they're not perfect. They're catching arrows too much. The warding's nice. They were late to pick up the gem on the Tram Protector. Sometimes I felt like they were giving CIS a little more room than they should have had, and they could have ended the game sooner, but hey, end of the day, LGD is just more comfortable when they don't have to hurry. They are not a team that